Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Launch Hour, brought to you by Constant Collab, where we eat, sleep, and breathe finance, news, and everything in between. So if you like finance, news, or crypto, make sure to subscribe. We have a great show lined up for you guys today, so let's dive in. How you doing, Brian, today?
Good. How you doing, B? What's going on? What's going
Good,
on over there?
good. We had some technical difficulties at the start of the show. That's why we're starting, about 5 minutes late. But we got it rolling, so let's dive into the market.
Let's do it.
So like always, we're going to start on CoinMarketCap. Currently, the overall market cap is still at 2.7 trillion. The market is, pretty much flat for the day. It's down about 1%. The volume is at 132, almost 133 billion. Bitcoin dominance is still trickling down, very slowly. It's at 43.2%, and Ethereum has ticked up about 0.1%. It's approaching 20%. But like I said, the market is down 1%, so it's pretty much flat for the day. We'll just consider that flat. We're just gonna skip the biggest gainers and losers because there are a lot of meme coins there. But Bitcoin today is at 62,487, down 2% for the day. Ethereum is still, trading in all-time high territory. It's at 4,500, 4,558 to be exact, up 1.33%. 14% for the week, though. Those are pretty decent gains. Cardano's up 5%. Solana's up 10% for the day, almost 20% for the week. Not bad at all. Solana is actually one of the projects that we talked about last night on Crypto After Dark. So make sure to check out that episode. And then Shiba Inu's it's down 2% for the week. But it's certainly, trying to test that support of the 6,000. And Doge is still at number 10. But yeah, no, overall the market is pretty much flat, pretty mixed, in the top 20. Some green, some red. That is to be expected. I will bring up though. This is the XRP chart. This is one of the charts that we talked about last night on Crypto After Dark. As you can see right there, XRP is looking to is trying to break through that resistance. Trying to break out of that triangle. Brian, what do you got to say about the chart?
Well, when I woke up at about 2 or 3 this morning, it was broken out. I posted in the Telegram, like, good thing the up team. I called it the up team.
Yeah,
winning, right? We got the because it could go down, right? This wedge could obviously break to the downside, but you can't really zoom in on this chart because it's a screenshot. But you can see the wick there that sort of busted out last night. I think XRP has a ton of momentum right now. I think we're running out of projects that have as much steam from an altcoin perspective, and so everybody's keeping a close eye on this, and Stellar Lumens and some of the other projects who haven't really seen their previous all-time highs yet.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I said yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple days, to the next couple weeks, we get some either very positive or very negative news to determine where the chart ends up going. I'm a huge believer, the chart can either predict news in one way or the other, but it would be interesting to see, if we get some big news about this lawsuit specifically, for XRP and whatnot. So that would be very interesting. And then right here we have the Doge chart. I believe you posted this on your Twitter account, right?
This is SHIB, but yes.
SHIB.
Sorry, just too many dogs to keep
There
up
too
with.
many, way too many.
We started posting this chart back over at the peaks because we took profit
Mm-hmm.
in the first flag that you can see over here on the left side at the 8 and 8400 range there on the, I guess, the 27th of October, 28th of October area. And so
Right.
after that, we were monitoring those lower levels from the breakout perspective just to see if we could steal some buys, and it's
Mm-hmm.
held this wedge pretty well, but it's obviously um, gone down about 20 or 30% from its highs at 8 or 9, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whatever hundredth of a penny that's at.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm still holding some short. Um, I might get liquidated or not, or I honestly, they're actually what I'm holding. They're 3x short ETFs on Bitrue. Uh, I I'm not 100% certain if they even get liquidated or not. I'm gonna hold them as long as I can. I mean, I'm a huge believer, that it's gonna come the day where a lot of people are gonna start pulling profits off of the meme coins and whatnot. And a lot of people were getting. I saw a lot of chatter on Twitter that the guy that made the $8,000 investment that turned it into 5.5 billion. He started moving his Shiba around, and a lot of people were getting concerned. Was he selling this and that? So again, 80%, about five.
There's no privacy anymore.
Oh no, no! Like that's one thing about crypto. You start moving your stuff, and everybody can see it. Especially big wallets like that. 80
Right.
per 80% of the supply is owned by like 6 addresses. So those are addresses that people are obviously watching and they're keeping track on. And if you move them, people are gonna know, and that's definitely spooking the market. I think that definitely is playing into this. So we shall see. We shall see. And then in the news, so just like we were talking about earlier, Bitcoin dominant rate fighting to rebound after falling to from local high. So yeah, I mean, if you see the market cap of crypto in the past, I want to say week to a week and a half, hasn't really increased that much, but the altcoins, they're definitely gaining, and the Bitcoin dominance is dropping a little bit. But let me jump into this. BTCD has been decreasing since October 20th after it reached a local high of 47.72%. However, it has seemingly found support at the zero point 0.5 fib retracement level at 43.6 and bounced. Technical indicators are at a make or break level. The MACD is right at zero. So it might flip to the upside, or it might continue, down. But the MACD is right at zero line and is close to crossing into the negative territory. This means that the short-term trend is losing speed relative to the long-term one. Just keep in mind, this is Bitcoin dominance. Now, if the MACD goes into the negative, that is definitely good for alts. So look for bigger momentum when it comes to the alt market, especially large caps, because those are definitely the first ones to take some from Bitcoin. And you can see, I mean, Solana's up 10% today. So we're gonna see if this continues. What do you think, Brian? Where do you think the trend goes with Bitcoin? At least the short term trend.
It surely supports our wishes for some of the utility coins and some of the altcoins that we think have some room left, right? I
Right.
think one little slip of dominance that we're sort of anticipating here can skyrocket some of these assets 500, 1,000% or more from their
Mm-hmm.
current prices. And so I think we can continue to bet on that, especially because of calls like Goldman Sachs from yesterday calling for Ethereum to keep continuing. I think Bitcoin dominance in general will continue to slip a little bit before it makes that recovery to the 50% rate and beyond.
Right. And those are things that we talked about last night. And I was going through YouTube and Twitter, and people are catching up to that news. That Goldman Sachs news calling for $8,000 Ethereum. We jumped on it as soon as we saw it, and we brought it to people. So hopefully, people in our Telegram group and on Twitter, they were able to jump on it. So keep an eye on the news, people.
Those are great buy signals.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then this is an adoption news. I really like it. Miami's major to become the first U.S. politician to take his salary in Bitcoin. So Francis Suarez, the pro-Bitcoin mayor in Miami, vowed to receive his next paycheck entirely in Bitcoin. Thus, he became the first American politician to get paid in that primary currency. Uh, what do you think about this, Brian?
So this guy already also tried Miami Coin. Do you remember
Yeah,
Miami
yeah,
Coin? Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
still out there?
Yeah, I think it's out there. I don't even know where to buy it though. I've never like looked into it that deeply, but just the fact that he's willing to granted, if you go back to the presidential election back what 2020 or 2016 when Ron Paul was
Uh-huh.
running, a lot
Yeah.
of them, Andrew Yang too, were taking donations in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So yes, he's the very first one to get, take his salary in Bitcoin. But other politicians, again, they've been taking donations and whatnot, especially for political campaigning. So this is just big adoption news, and I really like it. And to
Miami Coin is 2 cents, by the way. It's had a range of 0 cents to 4 cents, and
oh,
it seems to be like a stable penny.
do you know on what market is being sold?
Um,
Does it say?
let me go back to the chart I just had open.
While you looking that up, he's the mayor of Miami. He's looking to make Miami a cryptocurrency
Okay,
hub.
coin. Sorry.
Okay,
Coin.
coin. Okay. That's
Okay.
interesting. You would think that it would be on a more reputable exchange, especially since it's Miami coin and stuff like that. Um, I'm
That's the only one I saw a wrapped piece. I saw one with BTC on Uniswap,
on
but
Uniswap. Okay. I mean, hopefully, if it gains more traction, maybe other exchanges will um pick it up
that
and
was
adopt.
that was sorry to interrupt and continue this, but that was also on TradingView. So sometimes TradingView doesn't give all of the exchanges.
Okay. I mean,
So double check that on CoinMarketCap if you really are interested in Miami Coin.
yeah. And I honestly, I mean, I don't know much about Miami coin, but I really don't understand the utility as it pegged, to like the revenues that the government's making and stuff like that. Again, do your own research. It's not something that I'm extremely interested on. And if people want us to look more into it, leave it in the comments. Let us know. And if that's the case, we'll make a video or we'll mention it on Crypto After Dark. But right now, it's definitely something that we're really not looking into. We see it as another meme coin and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, this is big adoption news. I think that it's very interesting, and he's trying, to bring tech and crypto to Miami, which I can appreciate. So, but moving right along, Microsoft, Nike embraced Metaverse following Facebook's name change. So Microsoft is introducing a more fun working environment experience by introducing 3D avatars and immersive meeting settings, according to media reports. The Verge reported that Microsoft will use artificial intelligence to listen to the creator's voice to animate an avatar. Uh, that's pretty cool, if you ask me. Little creepy at the same time. I don't know if I want to go to a virtual meeting where everybody's an avatar. It it'll just make me want to slap somebody even more. And then, meanwhile, sportwear brand Nike has filed several trademarks applications that appear to have something to do with the metaverse, according to CNBC report. The applications indicate that Nike intends to sell virtual apparel and the metaverse space in it's now a priority for the brand with plans to roll out more virtual projects in the coming months. I mean, that's definitely going to be a revenue source for Nike, a huge one if you ask me.
Yeah, people are literally going to go into the metaverse and buy the same Air Jordans they have in the real world so that they can look the part in the metaverse. And I'm just sitting here like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Like,
I
here
mean,
we go. We're literally going here.
it goes back to that that game that you were talking about the other day, the sandbox. You have a plot of land going for $250,000 and you just can't help but scratch your head and be like, what's going on?
So in order to enjoy that land, I need to go buy some of those VR goggles, right? So I can go sit in my virtual land,
Man,
uh,
like
with all my virtual friends and pets.
I I I appreciate the hustle, and again, I think Nike's gonna make a lot of money. There's nothing like creating, a virtual T-shirt that doesn't cost you anything but some coding lines and sell it for $1,000.
Yeah.
I,
It costs somebody's salary. That's it, and they're gonna just flip them.
so
It's
Justin
really
said it's the
amazing.
same. Yeah, it's definitely the same in real life. I agree with that 100%. And the sad thing is, that people are taking their paychecks though to buy this virtual stuff, and I just don't know. I mean, it's
Here's one thought though: what if these people are right and it just never goes back down, right? Because the way I see inflation is no longer transitory in some aspects.
right.
What I mean by that is some of the things that we're experiencing because of the money supply and the way that the universe is going to be valued in the metaverse in that sense.
Yeah.
We may not see prices go down as far on certain things, both in reality and in the metaverse that we would expect, right? I think we could see obviously some pullbacks, but
Mm-hmm.
are we going to see certainly we'll see the 90% drawdowns in Bitcoin again, but will we see 90% drawdowns in metaverse land, or will it maintain its value because that's the future? I don't know.
That's
That's to be
that's
told.
that's the $1 million question right there. To that point, if I can buy a pair of Jordans, on the metaverse for $500 and be able to resell them for 1,000, then sure, that's, I guess, justifiable to a lot of people. But I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around it. One thing that I recommend, you know, people to do, especially those that aren't huge gamers or collectors or anything like that, invest on projects that have set, the foundation, the Decentraland, the engine, all those NFTs projects and Metaverse projects. Those are the ones that you want to look into. You don't have to buy a specific game or put money in a specific NFT. Why not just buy those projects that facilitate those transactions?
Right.
So yeah, that's what I recommend. But yeah, Microsoft and Nike jumping into the metaverse. And then this is we pretty much talked about this earlier on that chart, but they're pretty much reiterating what you said. They're on the same page as you. So just a quick snippet of it. So SHIB failed to break above the key resistance at 73 millionth of a cent, and is currently falling again towards the support at 60. The last time the price reached this level, bulls came back in strong, but can they do it again? And they just go ahead and, they pretty much say that the volume is in the last in the last 2 days has completely disappeared. The RSI is on free fall. So right now, at least in the short term, SHIB looks pretty bearish. So if it breaks to the 60 millionth of a cent support, it could definitely see a lot more red. And I think you're talking about what, Brian? The 500 or the 50 millionth of a cent?
Just 58 and 55 millions are a good start, but there's also some lower targets of like 35 and 47 millions of a penny if it can get down that low. If you see 35 millions of a penny, go ahead and just reload there. I think it's a great spot too.
Right. I definitely
back down on that.
I definitely have buy orders, between that the 500 millionth of a cent to that 300 millionth of a cent. So, we shall see if it goes that low.
Is that the correct tense? The millionth of a cent?
I think so. Let me see. So I'm about to count. So let me go.
You start in the tenth after it, right?
Yeah. Tenth, hundredth, thousandth, millionth, and then that's billionth, right? So it's 6 billionth of a cent. Am I doing that right? Please, anybody in the comment, let me know in the chat.
Did we learn this in like third grade?
It's definitely third grade counting, either third grade or fourth grade. I think that's right.
But it's 60% of a millionth. That's that's what I'm gathering here, because the fourth, 10th, this is why we did
10th, hundredth, thousandth, millionth, billionth.
Oh yeah, so it's 60% of a billionth of a penny.
Right.
So it's like 6 trillions, whatever that means. I have no
Man,
idea.
this is definitely fifth fifth grade level math.
We got everybody asking you about this asset. Like,
Yeah, it,
like I don't know, man.
that's how much Shiba is right now. Let's go with 6 billionths of a cent. Anyways, let's move on. But right now, long story short, um, it looks a little bearish. So we shall see if the bulls come in and buy back up. But moving on. What is this next article? Another adoption article here. Crypto.com to offer the first UFC NFT collectibles. I'm not going to lie. I might jump into this. Just, I like the NFT and or I like the UFC and the fact that it's coming from a reputable, brand and stuff like that. I might try to buy one. I believe it goes live tomorrow on crypto.com on their NFT marketplace. So I am definitely got my eyes open for it. But let me read a little bit of this. In the largest sponsorship deal for the UFC back in July, an agreement was signed that amounted to 175 million collaboration. This deal has now started to bear the fruits of the first NFT collectibles will be available to buy from tomorrow on crypto.com platform. On November 4th, the UFC 268 packs will be released. The packs will include 5 posters and belt designs from the most anticipated Usman versus Covington 2 return fight, and then they're gonna drop 2,999 NFTs. That's a pretty low number compared to the other projects that I've seen. A lot of them they tend to drop closer to 10,000. So they don't mention price or anything like that. I don't know if you're gonna have to bid on them, but right here you have like a rarity chart. And so obviously, the welterweight belt, you have a 3% chance, 3.33% chance of getting it. So yeah, no, I'm definitely looking to get into this project. Again, I like UFC, I enjoy it. So it's something that I'm looking into. What do you think, Brian?
I think it looks like a great project as well. I think it's something that people might see with potential value. I think it has a good demand pool, popular enough, and certainly anything crypto.com related has been
Right.
both doing well and being branded well across the space. So happy to see that, and agree with you on your sentiment.
Okay. Moving on. Now, this one, it's completely different. Is this the one? No, there's another one. But Burger King Robinhood serving up a side of crypto with Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum giveaway. So, just not to read from the article, but Burger King and Robinhood, they're partnering and they're giving, what should I call it? Burger King customers, giveaway in Doge, just like I read, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. So keep an eye on that. I believe, let me see, just to the giveaway rules. The giveaway, which runs through November 21st at midnight Eastern time while supply lasts, will give participants a chance to win one of the coins from a pool of 20 Bitcoins, 200 Ethereums, or 2 million Dogecoins. You have to go online to sign up. You have to be at least 18 years or older to sign up on the Burger King Royal Perks program through the company's app or website. Again, it's just good adoption news.
It's great adoption news. My personal opinion is that customers of some of these customer companies that are providing some of these sweepstakes types things aren't going to be the ones who win. It's going to be internet kings and crypto enthusiasts everywhere who are just signing up with they have 100 emails with robotics and RPA integrated so that they can sign up for this 100 times.
Right.
And somebody like that's probably going to win. But I think it's amazing for adoption. It's adoption, but it's also like here it comes whether you like it or not type sentiment to me.
Pretty much.
For all the Burger Kingers out there who unfortunately live in food swamps and in rural America, right, and they aren't privy to the knowledge of what's happening. These are their best clues. Is Burger King and the Coinstar machines and everything else that they see on a daily basis that says Bitcoin. And they're like, well, what's Bitcoin? Well, here it comes whether you like it or not, right?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, a big marketing for crypto in general. And a lot of more restaurants. I see a lot of fast food places doing this, more restaurants doing this. And it goes back to an article that, I talked about last week about American Express saying, that the rewards that credit cards offer make them better than cryptocurrencies. Now, a lot of places, MasterCard, Visa, they're rewarding people in crypto, for using their credit cards and whatnot. So I honestly think that cryptocurrencies are going to take a piece of the pie when it comes to credit cards and rewards and miles and whatnot. So a lot of those things are going to get paid in cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good point.
And then
I think those will have negative effects on travel and other retailers that have been benefiting from those points, right? Because if what you're suggesting is folks will keep using their credit cards for a little bit, but they'll save more because those credit card points and other things are usually how they capture reinvestment as well. And so, if people are taking crypto, not to hang up on this too long, but if people are taking crypto, hopefully they're saving a little bit or utilizing those returns elsewhere.
You would hope so. To the airline point, if airlines decide, that they're going to reward their customers in crypto, I see them facilitating people being able to buy plane tickets with said cryptos. Does that make sense?
Or like, here's an option to buy the tickets at 80% with the crypto.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And then the McRib is back at McDonald's, and it's also an NFT. So McDonald's is creating its first ever non-fungible token in honor of the McRib 40th anniversary. So yeah, another fast food place and NFTs. There's really not much that I can say about this.
I don't think the McRib needs an
NFT, right? Hey, whatever makes them happy. Again, NFTs is the next big thing in my opinion. And again, every brand out there saying that they're moving into, releasing their own NFTs and stuff like that. Again, this reminds me of the internet in 2001, the tech boom in 2001, where, any company that they put they built an online website, was attracting a bunch of investment. This is what the NFTs is doing and blockchain period, to brick and mortars and all the companies out there. You put blockchain in front of your name and it's like, oh, let me put some money here. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember when Kodak did that? Kodak cameras did blockchain for like a couple
yes.
years in stocks. They were flying. And I think so too. I think the negative impact is for the genuine nature of the market. I think it makes it extremely hard to put a valuation on some NFTs and find a true value. But I think that footing, and there's still not a true value on the internet. So I think true value is always going to be perceived. And if people perceive that, a crypto punk is worth $500 million, then they do. So
I agree with that 100%. And on other news, Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App make cryptocurrency simple for beginners. I agree with this. So I want to say at the beginning of the year, PayPal was the very first one to put Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum, I think, on their platform, and maybe even Litecoin.
I think Litecoin as well.
And at first you couldn't move your cryptocurrencies in and out. I believe that they did away with that. Now you can move it out and move it to other platforms. But the article just pretty much says that even though they make it simpler to invest in cryptocurrencies, the fees are higher than doing it on an exchange. And the way that I justify, again, we talked about it last night with paying ridiculous gas fees on Ethereum. The way that I justify it, if let's say PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, they all charge you 5% per transaction. If your investment is going to make you more than 5%, then you're in the money. So that's really not a big deal to keep you from investing in cryptocurrency. And again, if you go back to 2016, Coinbase was literally the only one that was around, and you had to pay more than 5% for your transactions. So if you're you're new to
I think you still do sometimes. In my opinion, those fees seem so high, but I don't think they're quite 5% anymore. But
yeah, and I mean, again, in the grand scheme of things, 5% is really not that bad. I mean, you can easily make 5% return in 2 days in cryptocurrency. So uh, I really, if you again, if you're new to the market and you want to get your feet wet, these are the easiest venues that you can go into and start trading in crypto. And then once you get more comfortable, you can go to an actual exchange where you're paying fraction of a penny to execute your trades. What do you think, Brian?
100%. I think um, the two reasons you see like taxes and high fees or barriers to entry, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
are just phenomenal to think about when you consider the fact that they're missing a brand new asset class. So you really, to your point, pay whatever, get in there, get your feet wet. Once you are comfortable, it's like you never go back type of a deal. And so
Exactly.
you'll start sending Tether or other stable coins to yourself on these other exchanges and saving some money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it will make up for for the learning curve at the beginning. I mean, just like anything, crypto has a learning curve, and this is the place to learn. So, but moving on, this one I makes me feel a little bad, for the Shiba army, but Kraken kicks the can down the road on Shiba Inu listing. So last week, or yeah, I think Thursday or Friday of last week, they so right here to the tweet, Kraken said that if we get 2,000 likes, we will list ship tomorrow. I think that was tomorrow, November 2nd, and I think that tweet actually ended up getting close to 80,000. Let me go to Twitter. I think he ended up getting closer to 80,000 likes, and yeah. Let me see. Let me go up.
77,000 there.
Yeah, 77,000 right there.
And then they said, nah.
And then they said, nah. They were like, no, we're gonna put it on our list of assets to look into. And let me just say that the tweets following that weren't very nice. So plus, I mean, if you ask me, 2,000 likes, that's really nothing.
The first one says we will list it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So it pretty much is like 2,000's nothing.
Yeah, it's literally nothing. I want to click on the comments. Can I click on?
Keep scrolling down. Just keep scrolling down.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Don't tweet false promises in the future. It really doesn't give any investors confidence in your platform. You have lost me as a lifetime customer now. You stated Shiba would be listed today. What?
Yeah, they said psych. And then he said, ask for 2,000 likes to list ship, not to put in the review list. If I don't see Shiba Inu in the next 10 minutes, I will delete my account. Hey, I mean, if you run an exchange, you should.
Hey, how about my boy Keith? One more. My boy Keith, calm down. I love Shib, and Kraken has shown their love for us. Have a little freaking patience. You're making the army look bad.
Hey, if you run an exchange though, you shouldn't be tweeting stuff like that, especially not on the official, Kraken Twitter account. Like, I get why people get upset, but come on, people, it's really not that deep. I mean,
Kraken, you sleep on a bed of lies.
Yeah, I mean, Robinhood asked for 500,000 signature, and they still, they're like, I don't know if we want to list it. So, I'm not upset. Like, it is what it is. Plus, it helps my shorts, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, it just be patient, Shib Army. It will get listed eventually. I mean, again, those exchanges are looking to make money, and Shib brings a lot of volumes to said exchanges. So, and then in other news, Crypto.com Crow is getting listed on Coinbase Pro, which eventually will probably go on the Coinbase app. Starting today, November 2nd. I think that was yesterday, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So you should be able. Let me see. Trading will begin on or after 9 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, November 3rd. So you should be able to trade it now. So yeah, crypto. And I mean, it pumped pretty hard yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's a good partnership too. It's interesting to see two exchanges come together like that. Coinbase is probably looking around at all these commercials like, damn, we might want to get a piece of that. So,
Yeah, and that's
um,
I honestly, when I see an exchange token from another exchange get listed on another exchange, I always find that very interesting. Because there's a little competition there since they're two different platforms. But outside of Binance,
do you
yeah,
link your bank to crypto.com?
yeah, you can if you're
Oh,
in the
really?
U.S. Yeah, I've actually used Crypto.com a lot. It's a good exchange. It's a very good exchange. I've never had any problem with them. Um,
Yeah, you would think Coinbase would partner with like a Bitrue or something that has just a more powerful exchange that doesn't really care about like the banks, so they could continue to capitalize on that piece because
yes,
the deposits and the things of that nature are where Coinbase makes their money. And so, um,
yeah, yeah. That's a great point. You would think that they would partner with an exchange outside of the country. That's difficult to that it's not an on ramp. I guess that's
they
the word.
probably they probably that's the thing though. All of them are all the good exchanges are outside of the United
Yeah,
States, and which is just a shame.
unfortunately. But on other news, this is stock market news. So Bed Bath and Beyond shares soar more than 80% on after hour trading. So we were actually talking about this morning, and just the bullets that they're talking about here really doesn't justify the 80% move. But among the news, Bed Bath & Beyond announced the launch of a digital marketplace that will sell goods from third parties, in addition to a tie-up with grocery chain Kroger. The home goods retailer also said its stock buyback program was ahead of schedule, and it unveiled some executive leadership changes. But the significant spike after the markets closed was likely fueled by a so-called short squeeze. So yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond moved 80% on after-hour trading. What do you think, Brian?
It's like it's the same headline as we're looking into blockchain 3 or 4 years ago with Kodak. It's we're opening an e-commerce store.
Store. Yeah.
So if you're a failing company, open up an e-commerce store and then sell all your shares at the top of that pump and then buy them back down low and then open up another e-commerce store and then do that again.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But yeah, this was stock market news, big news on Bed Bath and Beyond. And then the last one for the day is, pretty much the stock market has been flat the entire day due to, if I can close this, the Fed is about to set its post-crisis policy course. So the Fed meeting, today's the last day of the Fed meeting, and people are expecting them to ease their bond purchases. So let me just read the key points here. The Federal Reserve, upon the conclusion of its two-day meeting Wednesday, will also certainly announce it is reducing the amount of bonds it buys each month. That means that the central bank is stepping away from a historic level of support from the economy and into a new regime in which it will still be putting its tools to use, but at a lesser degree. So currently, the Fed is buying $120 billion a month in bond purchases to keep the bond level down.
I need to get some of that Fed money.
Man, I wish I had one of them printers. But yeah, today's the last day of the meeting, and there should be what should I call it, a Q&A with Fed Powell, talking about how the meeting concluded. We should talk about that tomorrow, to let you guys know what happened during the meeting and what the Fed decided to do. But yeah,
Can we do one more headline too?
yeah, what you got?
Can you read the pop up at the bottom of the screen for me?
Kramer says Elon Musk is most consequential person in business. Mistake to sell Tesla share. You know what? Oh my God,
I'm
Brian,
ready for this.
dude, you really wanted to get me. You always do this to me. Every single show, I have to go on a rant. So, your man Kramer back in 2017 told me so many times, every single morning, oh, don't buy Tesla. You know, Elon Musk, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's getting sued by the SEC. You know,
And
he's
now that we've gone through a gamma squeeze,
man. Oh,
let's go ahead and hold on to our shares.
wow. Come on, guy. Like, don't listen to Jim Cramer. Like, that's all I gotta say. Like, wow,
Oh my God,
wow. If he tells you to hold it, sell it. If he tells you to sell it, buy it.
The daily RSI did go down from 94 to 85, but
No, you still need to take profits on that. You still need to take profits on that. If you own it, buy it. Or yeah, if you own it, take profits. I could have gotten it at under $50. And he was telling me every single morning. It was like he was hypnotizing me, man. Don't buy it, don't buy it. And I listened to it. That's my fault, though. I should take responsibility for my own actions. You know, stay accountable.
Yeah,
That's you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn, people. So,
well said, bro.
you did that on purpose, though. You know that, right?
No. I did not put that pop up there. That pop up's on your screen. I just wanted you to see it.
Wow. No, I could have gotten on the show, you know, not hot, just nice, cool, and collected, but you just had to fire me up.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is all we got for today, guys. Make sure to tune in tonight at what time, Brian?
We're actually going to do it late tonight. We're going to go Crypto After Dark, 10 p.m. Eastern. So for you late risers, scrolling your social media feeds at 10 o'clock, go ahead and hop over into YouTube, like, subscribe, and follow. Really appreciate the interactions and engagements.
Yep.
And look forward to seeing you guys on the next show.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to share, subscribe, and let's get the news out there. Have a good one.